So come into a comfortable seat for our breath work. If you're sitting on a cushion, it's nice to sit near the front so it almost feels like you're going to fall off, but not to the point where you're actually falling off. And then allow your sitting bones to fully relax. You can even take the flesh away from the sitting bones. Yeah, good. And then my legs are crossed. You have a couple options. One option is you can take your heel up to the cushion and then stack your other heel in front. Or you can have the legs like this with your ankles in front. Or if crossing the legs isn't comfortable, you can even gently sit like this. Or sometimes it's nice to have like the big diamond shape with your soles of your feet together. Good. And your posture affects your experience, and your posture affects how well you're able to feel the breath that we're doing. So have a nice long spine. Let your hands rest on the knees and close the eyelids. Allow your lips to stay together, but let your teeth gently separate. Let your tongue relax. Let the dome of your mouth rise. Notice both of your nostrils. You might be aware of one nostril being more open than the other, more breath washing in and out. You can ever so slightly flare the nostrils to invite an equal amount of breath coming in and out through both. And let's deepen our breath. As you inhale, let the belly fill, then the ribs, then the chest. As you exhale, try to release your breath from top to bottom, chest, then the ribs, then the belly. And really allow your whole rib cage to gently expand on your inhale and release on your exhale. Your ribs go all the way around the sides and the back. You're just finding your breath capacity. Let's bring our right hand up and bend your first two fingers, your pointer finger and your middle finger. This is called a Vishnu mudra, a mudra for longevity. Bring your thumb to gently close the right nostril and inhale smoothly through the left. At the top of your inhale, switch. Close the other nostril with your ring finger, exhale down the right. In your own time, inhale right. The top of the inhale, switch, exhale left. Inhale left. At the top, switch, exhale right. You can go at your own pace or follow me. Inhale right. Switch, exhale left. Inhale left. Switch, exhale right. Keep going. Balancing both hemispheres of the brain. And begin to make this breath a little bit more subtle. Let go of some of the effort. And let the breath get really subtle. You might feel shallow even, super subtle and calm. The next time that you exhale, release the right hand, sitting tall. And feel your breath coming in and out through both nostrils, both channels. Lengthening the back of the neck. Begin to circle your torso. Exhaling as you come towards the back of the circle. Inhaling as you come towards the front. You can always release the cushion out from under you. Dive inward mentally and feel all of the vital organs being massaged. Circulation starting to flow. And smoothly reverse the direction. Make this last circle a little bit slower. Eventually coming to center with the spine. Keep your breath. Inhale, filling belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Make sure that you found a balance with your breath where you're not trying too hard, but your breath is a little bit deeper, a little bit more powerful than a natural breath. You can contract the throat slightly so that you can hear your breath sounding like the ocean. Ujjayi. Ujjayi means victory, meaning a victory over the mind, over mental scatteredness or chatter. So you're anchoring the mind. Bring the soles of your feet together, creating that diamond shape with the legs. Holding on to the ankles, lengthen up through your spine. Keeping a flat back, start to reach your heart forward, folding. You might bring the forearms in front of the shins, hands touching the feet, like you're growing out of your hip sockets. And then once you've found your length, go ahead and loosen a little bit, rocking side to side. Bowing the head down towards the feet. Send your breath as low as possible into the pelvis. On an inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands come behind you. Let the knees fall to the right. And then swing the legs behind you, coming into tabletop, hands and knees. Bring your knees together, bring your hands a little bit in front of the shoulder line and make big circles with the hips. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you come back. Good, and you're welcome to separate the knees a little bit now. And go the other way. And the next time that you come forward, let your hips sink down, let your heart reach up towards the sky, inch your legs together. Glide the shoulders down the back, pressing down through the hands and all the fingers. And try to gaze up towards the ceiling. On an exhale, sink the hips all the way back to the heels and spider walk your fingers forward. So you're really stretching out in child's pose. See how wide you can make your fingers as you plant the hands down. Tuck the chin, let the brow point rest on the earth. And your whole back will expand with breath. Inhale to lift the gaze. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Let your right sitting bones sink down. And relax here. Inhale, slowly lift the gaze. Exhale, walk it over to the other side. Sink the left hip down. Relax. On an inhale, lifting the gaze, rising up. And walk the hands to center a tiny bit in front of your shoulder line. Come into tabletop. So now your hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Your knees are ever so slightly separated. Inhale into cow pose, tilting the tailbone and the crown of the head up to the sky. Exhale, start by tilting the tailbone down, rounding the back. Press through your hands as you tuck the chin. When you're ready, inhale, cow. You can really glide the shoulders down the back and try to pull the heart through. Exhale, cat. Good, keep going. Yeah, you'll really feel your spine like lengthening as you bend it up and down. You can kind of imagine that each time you come into cow, your spine is getting a little bit longer. You're really pulling that heart through and up. And then you keep that length as you round into cat. Like we've done before, you can speed it up a little bit. Inhale into cow. Tuck the toes, exhale, downward dog. Lift those hips right up to the sky. Press through all of your fingers, getting long. And relax the heels of your feet down. You can play with the shoulders for a moment. Notice what it feels like if you shrug your shoulders up towards your neck. And then see what it feels like if you release them down the back, away from the neck, and you have tons of space in the shoulders and neck. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for all that space to be there. Walk the feet one step at a time up to meet the hands. Gently spreading through the toes. Hanging like a rag doll. Let your head nod and shake side to side. We're going to come all the way up. So first, inhale into a flat back, gazing forward, hands can come to the shins. Exhale, fold, melting. Now inhale, reaching all the way out and up with the arms, getting tall. Press down through the feet as you reach up into mountain. Spreading through the fingers, shoulders glide down the back. Slowly open the arms. And they eventually come all the way down. Inhale, reaching out and up, gathering energy. Exhale, reaching out and down as you hinge at the hips, folding. Inhale, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, fold, hanging like a rag doll. Inhale, reaching all the way out and up. Exhale, arms release all the way out and down. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, hinging, folding. Inhale, flat back. This time we're going to walk back into downward dog. Step your feet together. Lean onto your left foot, reach your right foot up to the sky. Spread your fingers a little bit more. You can even walk the hands a tiny bit closer. Bend the right knee in the air, reach it up to the sky. And let this right leg come all the way down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Sink it all the way back. Palms face up this time. Notice any intentions that you'd like to set for this practice today. On an inhale, lift the gaze, plant the hands down. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Step the feet together. Leaning onto your right foot, lift the left foot up to the sky. Stay here or bend this left knee, reaching it up. Pressing equally into both hands. And when you're ready, let this left leg come all the way down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Palms come together and lift over the head. On an inhale, plant the hands down, lift the gaze. Exhale, toes tuck, lifting into down dog. Again, find that shoulder alignment. You can shrug the shoulders up and then let them relax down away from the neck. Lots of space, pressing into all fingers. One step at a time, walk it up into a flat back. On an exhale, melt. Inhale all the way out and up. Exhale out and down. Pausing in mountain. Step your feet shoulder width apart. Inhale, sit down into wide-legged chair as you reach up. Good, and then as you're here, wiggle your hips. So you're drawing your left sitting bone back, and then your right. Your shoulders will naturally move with it. Good, let the arms come out to the sides. And bring them back behind you, interlacing them. Reach them away from your heart. And gently fold, let your head hang. Legs can come towards straight, but don't straighten them completely. See if you can deepen your breath into the areas that you're feeling this. Maybe the heart, maybe the back, maybe the backs of the legs. You can even wiggle it out a little bit. One more breath here. Very slowly, we're going to roll it up. So one vertebrae at a time, press through the feet to rise. And eventually release the arms. And just feel the echo. Good. Last standing posture. Bring your hands to the hips. Begin to inch your feet wider. So you can stand sideways on your mat like I am now. And then let your feet be parallel to each other, but your feet are nice and wide, maybe about 3 feet apart. Good. And now bend the knees slightly, and you can bring your hands just above each knee. Your sitting bones are sticking out behind you a little bit. Yeah. And then just lean into one knee. Good. And then lean into the other. And this might be perfect for you, or if it feels like too much, you can always just hang out at center here. Good. Keep it going. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, let your arms open out into a T. Good. You decide how low you go. You can always adjust the feet a smidge. Good. Last one to each side. Bring it to center. Bring your fingertips to the ground and inch your heels a little bit. Actually, heel toe once and then inch your heels in a little bit, and we'll begin to sit into Malasana. So you have your fingertips on the ground. This might be enough. You might stay right here. You can kind of feel your hips are wanting to sink down with gravity, but you decide how low they go. Okay, so some of you stay right here. Others, you might heel toe in one more time and then let your hips come all the way down into a full squat. One breath wherever you ended up. Good. If you're hovering, I want you to walk your hands back. One hand comes fully behind you. One hand is in front, and just gently lower your hips down. Good. And inch your legs out long and wide. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to one side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, other side. Inhale up. And this time, stay on the side. Listen to your breath. Riding your inhale through center to the other side. When you're ready, ride your inhale through center. And bring the hands in front of you. You can allow your pelvis to tilt forward. Your feet are trying to face up. Your toes are trying to face up towards the sky. And just inch by inch, you can decide where you're going to hang out here. Try to lengthen up through your heart center. Good, and then close the eyelids and try to slow your breath down. You can flare the nostrils slightly. Let's take 3 sighs out on an exhale here. So 3 sighing exhales is what I mean. Let's inhale together through the nose, really filling up with breath. And then audibly sigh it out. Again. Doesn't matter what it sounds like. One more. And slowly walking out. Help the knees to bend. Drawing them together. We're going to lay down on the mat. So you can come into a centered position on the mat. And then let the arms reach forward towards the toes. And slowly taking a few full breaths as you lower all the way down. Eventually draw the knees into the chest, flattening your low back against the earth. Keeping your right knee hugged in, lengthen your left leg all the way out long on the floor. And take a few slow breaths. You are stimulating your ascending colon, so where the thigh is pressing in slightly into the right side of your low belly. Energy moves upward on this right side of the belly. Reaching your right toes up to the sky, let your arms come out into a T. And take this right leg side to side. Let your head rock in the opposite direction of the foot. Good. Inhaling as you open your leg to the side. Exhaling as you come into the twist. Good. And let's pause in the twist. You can try to hold on to the toes, or you can let your toes slip down a little bit on the diagonal. Either way, try to relax here. See if you can sink and melt a little bit. And draw the right knee in, blowing it a kiss. And let the right leg come all the way out long. Notice the difference between both sides of the body. Draw the left knee in. Bringing your awareness to the left side of the belly. This is the descending colon. Energy is moving downward on this left side. When you're ready, lift these left toes up to the sky. Arms come out into a T. Rocking the legs side to side. You decide how far it goes. Inhaling as the leg opens. Exhaling into the twist. Pausing in the twist, however feels good. See if you can melt a little bit more. And draw the left knee in, blow it a kiss. And let it all the way down, out long. Notice both sides of the body. And let's come into Shavasana pose. So if you need to, you can always hug both knees in just to flatten that back a little bit more. And then let them out long. Let your feet be slightly separated. And then you can take each shoulder and just glide it down the back. And it will feel like your shoulder blades are tucking a little bit inward towards the spine as well. And that way the palms of the hands will naturally face up to the sky. You're welcome to cover the body with a blanket or two, or place cushions under the knees. You can rock the head side to side slightly, just finding that perfect place at center where the head can rest. And allow your breath, your conscious breath, to surrender and let your natural breath rhythm take over. And let your eyelids close. Allow the backs of the eyes to soften. And imagine the eyes resting in the backs of their sockets. And imagine your brain softening and resting at the back of the skull. Notice both nostrils. And just imagine that your natural breath is washing in and out equally through both channels. And I'll sing you a blessing here as you rest. And then we'll rest in silence.
Karamo apo apani
Jinninam Dhyaya Kemasakataka Nanakate Mukhaujale Keti Chuti Nala You're welcome to stay here as we close out. And if you'd like to come back to seated, you can roll onto your right side. And then slowly make your way back to seated. Bringing the palms together at heart center. There are so many gifts that come from this practice, and they just keep on coming. A quote that's been coming up for me at the end of our practice today is one from Sri K. Patabi Joyce. Do yoga and all is coming. Do yoga and all is coming. So much generates from our practice. Honoring this opportunity to practice yoga together today. All of our teachers who have made this possible, who have passed this down. Namaste means the light in me bows to the light in you. Honoring our oneness, we say together, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all for being here.